Welcome back to the next video. In today's video I will show you how to trim video in React Native's new architecture without any third-party library. So first of all I will show you guys the output. So this is the output for Android. I'm not sure if you can see it, but there is a trim video button at the top. If I click on that button, it will open your Photos app with all the videos in it, and I will choose one video. Once a video is selected, it will show a slider at the bottom, as well as the video will keep playing. You can move the slider to whatever time you want to trim that particular video. So that's what I will be doing. Once you have selected the particular time, all you have to do is click on the tick mark at the top. Once that is done, you will get a URI. So I'm just passing that URI back to React Native side, and I already have a video on how to play videos using a local URI on my channel. So if you are interested in that, you can check that out. But make sure once you get the URI on the React Native side, you will again have to convert it back to string. Back to URI, sorry, because you can't directly send a URI from native side to React Native side. You will have to convert it to string. So once you convert it to string on the React Native side, you will get it as a string, sending it back from React Native to native side as a string. And once you get it as a string on native side, before passing it to your video player, make sure you convert it as a URI. And next is for iOS. So again I have a button, and once I click on it, it shows a video picker with Photos app with all the videos. I will select a video, and for iOS I am not showing a slider. I have hard coded the starting time and ending time, but you can just display your video with the local URI and just show a React Native slider at the bottom with the start time and end time of your video, and just ask the user to slide it. Once you get the appropriate times, you can just pass the required start time and end time. I will show you where you will have to pass it, but for iOS I have just hard coded it for now. So I have kept it as start time as 10 seconds and end time as 20 seconds. So you will require a video which is at least 20 seconds longer. So once that is done, you will just again get a URI. So once you get an URI, all you have to do is, again I have a video on my channel, just you can follow that, or you can use a third-party library. Just pass that URI and your video will start playing. Again, both for Android and iOS, once a video is trimmed, it is stored inside the external storage, so any user or any app can use it, and that is the identifier which I will be getting, so you won't face any permission issues as such. Yeah. So let's get started. As usual, I have created a React Native project. Then you will have to enable the new architecture. So for Android, you just have to search for new arc enabled, and you make this as true inside gradle.properties. And for iOS, you will have to cd to your iOS directory and then run this command inside terminal. So this will enable the new architecture. Next, what you will have to do is go to your main Android folder, go to build.gradle and add Kotlin version, this as well as this class path. Next, go to settings, no, build.gradle itself. No, I think that should be fine. Go to build.gradle over here, add this implementation Kotlin standard lib, as well as you will have to add this thing as well as this thing. So this is the video trimmer dependency, and this is required for lifecycle related stuff, as well as this. Next, apply plugin Kotlin Android as well, add this. Next, go to src main android manifest.xml and make sure you add these two permissions. Next, what you will have to do is create this folder rtn my video trim, create package.json file. Again I have copy pasted this from docs. Only thing changes this name, as well as this name over here, and this name, as well as this package name has been changed. Everything else remains the same. Again I have created a podspec file, again copied from docs. Only changes this name over here. Next, I have created a JS folder. Inside that, I have created native my video trim.ts. Again, this has been copied from docs, and I have created a trim method, and I have changed this name over here. Next, go to Android, go to build.gradle. Again, this has been copied from docs, only changes this package name, as well as I have added apply plugin Kotlin Android and implementation of Kotlin standard lib. Next, go to src main java com rtn my video trim. So create all this folder. Inside that, create this package file. Again, this has been copied from docs, only package name has been changed, this name has been changed, and this module name has been changed all over the place. Okay. Next, create my video trim module.kt, and all the main code of trimming and accepting the permission will be handled in main activity.kt, because this is a third party npm module, and as far as I am aware, that's not possible to do over here because of the latest new changes in Android. That's why if you are using Android greater than p, I'm asking for internet permission. I know we don't need to ask for internet permission, that is by default given, but that's the only workaround I could find. And but if it is less than Android p, I will request for write external storage. So that's what I'm doing inside the trim function over here, and this is how I have defined it over here. Now go to main Android folder, go to Java, and open this Android folder inside Android Studio, and make sure you use convert Java to Kotlin option. So this will convert it to Kotlin. Next, I will define again, however I have defined it inside my module, this thing. Next, if you check, the callback will be over here. Okay, so we will get a callback from our turbo module to over here. So I'm just so what I'm doing, once all permissions are being granted, I'm using this single video picker launcher.launch video only. So if you check, so this is just the helper method for all permissions granted, and we will come over here. So once we get the video URI from our library external storage, I am calling the trim video functionality, which will open another activity. Once the user has selected appropriate sliders, we get the URI, and here we just call this add video to gallery. So this will store the video in external storage, as well as give us back the URI, and and I'm just sending this URI back to React Native side. Okay, so this I have just copy pasted from Stack Overflow. Okay, and I'm just returning the URI. So that's it for Android side. For iOS side, what you will have to do is, before that, for Android side, one thing is pending. What you will have to do is open your terminal, go to the root of your React Native project, then run this command. Once you run this, you will do cd ... It will move you outside your React Native project. Then you will have to run this command. But here, this is my project name, as you can see over here, RN-app. So make sure you change the name over here, as well as over here, in case your project name is different, and this is our folder name. Once you do that, you will have to cd to main Android folder. Okay, so this Android folder, this one, this. So cd to Android, then run this command .-gradle wgrade. So this will create code gen for Android, and for iOS you will have to cd to your iOS directory and then run this command. So this will create a pod of rtn my video trim. Now if you check, for Android and iOS, I'm handling it separately. So I have created Android view for Android. So here we will be listening for this URI from native side. That's how I'm doing it, and this is just a touchable opacity. And for iOS, if you check, I'm just using native event emitter, and same thing over here as well. So here you will get the actual URI of the trimmed video. Next, for iOS, open iOS folder inside Xcode. Next, go to info.plist, and for info.plist you will have to add this all permissions. Once you do that, create this event emitter.h file. Like, this is boilerplate code for sending data from native side to React Native side. Okay, then create an Objective-C file. Okay, again this is boilerplate code. Next, create a Swift file called my video trim. Now Xcode will ask, do you want to create a bridging header? Click yes. Okay, just create this Swift file for now, and inside your bridging header you will have to import event emitter.h. Once you do that, you will have to define this header file. Again, I have copy pasted this from docs. Only thing change is this name over here, over here, over here, and over here. Next, create an Objective C++ file. uh, Again, I have copy pasted it from docs. Only this name has been changed. This will be your bridging header name. So mine is rnapp, so change it according to whatever your name is, followed by dash swift.h will be common for everyone. Again, this name has been changed. Here we are initializing our Swift file, and again this has been copied from docs. Only this name has been changed, and this is the trim method which I am overriding, and I am calling a Swift files trim method on the main thread. So if you go to this Swift file, I have imported all these dependencies, and I am extending PHP Curview controller delegate. Then here we are launching our Photos app. Once the Photos app is launched, and once the video is picked by the user, we get the video URL over here, which is part of inside the trim video. So here you can see I have hard coded the start time and end time, but here you will have to pass whatever the user has selected, the start time and end time. And here you can see that this entire bit of code, like what it does is it creates a new video depending on the trim time. So again, I have just copy pasted this from Stack Overflow. Once you get the video, I am saving it to our to our Photos app. So this what it does. Once it is saved, I am requesting for Photos permission, and once we get that permission, we are fetching the latest video which has been saved, and depending on that we get the object URI over here. So this will be the URL which I'm sending it back to native site. Same stuff over here as well, just permission thing has been entered, and if not, then I'm just sending the error to the native side. You can handle the error way better, like just proper error messages. I think that should be it.